What's up, everybody, and welcome to another reading with the Crown Priestess. I'm gonna do things a little different today, nothing too crazy, but it is a collective message. We're gonna do a collective message, and then, but I'm going to separate it in in portions. So the first portion I'm gonna address is friends and family. So you'll know that those situations, the story for that will surround that, and then I will do a romantic spread, and then I would do a life or general spread for anything that was missed, whether it comes to, just your lifestyle in general, your job, your careers, or your health even, okay? Or spiritual journeys, however spirit sees it fit to come out in that portion. All right. So first we're going to start with the family and friends. Now I was getting just generally, and I was talking about this with my sister yesterday, and I feel like a lot of our conversations lately have inspired readings to some degree. But anyway, we were talking about, because it's a family, right? Like families, everybody has family dynamics, and you're switching it up, and nobody's the same, right? The personalities and the different shit is what keeps it interesting, is what keeps it fun. But we were talking about how, certain members of our family have really, I don't even think they have an idea of how self-serving they are, They make everything about themselves, and it's never that personal, you know what I mean? And I think that people tend to lose sight of what a day demands in someone else's life, okay? And I'll use myself as an example. I'm a stay-at-home mom, right? I work from home though. I'm still working, right? I'm doing work right now. I do this outside of the camera much more than I do it on camera for other people. I have a small child my son has not ever been to daycare or, 3K. He didn't do all of that because COVID, COVID hit when my son was 4 months old. The world shut down. And by the time everything opened back up, my son was like a little octopus, stuck to me. You know what I mean? And think of an octopus when you try to pry that off of something, it's not going to happen. So, I have to deal with, I love my son, but my son is a very active child, but he's also a very independent child when it comes to me. You know what I mean? So I have to deal with that. I have to work from home. I have to keep my house a certain way. I have 3 pets, okay? I have an American Pit Bull Terrier, I have a Jack Russell Chihuahua mix, and I have my beautiful black cat, Jinx. I don't know what type of cat Jinx is. I have to do more research on that, but he's an all black, Thank God Jinx is well behaved because, he gives me the least trouble in the house. But, I got to deal with that. I got to deal with, baby daddy in and out. I have a life, okay? It's a lot going on. And so I'm using that as an example to say, by the time I'm done with my day, by the time I'm done cooking and cleaning and getting my family together and, getting my pets together and, taking a damn shower, right? And doing the work that I have to do for my clients, for myself, for my own home. The last thing on my mind is to, get on the phone and call somebody else. And I'm sorry. And that's not me being a dick or being selfish. That's me, the little bit of time I have left in my day, it's for me. It's for me. And I try to do well to keep in communication with people, even if it's just a text, shooting a text. I try to return people at least that way. I'll hit you up on a DM or something. Sometimes I'm not even online for days because I got shit to do. And I can imagine that me being, like I said, stay at home with that, it's still a lot of fucking work. I'm never going to downplay that shit. I don't know how people downplay the stay at home mom shit. You're crazy if you think that that's easy. It's not. I'd actually rather be working outside somewhere 9 to 5 because it's more sane, I promise. But I say that to say, a lot of you can be very busy, very, your day is demanding. You have families, you got kids, you have to go to work. You got to get your shit done. You got to cook, you got to clean, you got to whatever. Some of you are, in therapy. You have to see your doctors. You have to take care of your health, whether it's physical therapy, mental therapy. I don't give a shit. You have other things. You have to plan, especially when you're a parent. You know, men and women, because I know very present and available fathers. Okay, I know fathers who they're the parent. Like even with the mom around, the father's the one doing it. I can literally name at least 5 off the bat, and I give those men their credit every time I see them. Excuse me, enough. Sorry, my dogs. Enough. But like I say that to say, like, put yourself in these people's shoes when you're like, oh, this person doesn't reach out to me, this person doesn't call me, this person doesn't da-da-da-da. When I was this, I used to always call my mother, I used to always call my aunt, I used to always call my uncle, I used to always call my cousin. Bitch, it's not about you. You know, and it's no disrespect, it's no shade, love down, but it's not about you. I have a full day and I have things to do. Some people, you know, and you know, again, this is not to shade, but we have to be realistic. Some people in your families, right? They're well off. They're retired. You know, they're living at their leisure. They're just at home all day, kicking their feet up, watching shows. They have time. You know what I mean? To key on the phone for 4 hours, to send 1,001 pictures and videos about whatever memes or cute shit that, you know, the kids did this and look at this and play date and that's all great. But I don't give a fuck because guess what? I just bust my ass for the last 12 hours cleaning this fucking house, you know, doing appointments, taking my son to the doctor, getting him ready for school because school is about to come up. You know, we're doing assessments and shit like that. You know, I just had to cook a fucking meal for my family that took 3-4 hours because we tired of eating the same shit. I had to walk my dogs. I had to clean. When I sit on my couch, yeah, I'm sorry. You were not a priority. You were not. I didn't think to myself, gee, let me call, you know, Fulano, you know, Theo, and see what he's done with his day. Because I already know what he did with his day. He went fishing. He sat home. He watched his baseball. You know, he probably drank a 6-pack of beer while he watched the game, kicked his feet up, and went to bed around 8 o'clock. Because he got the fucking time and he has the leisure and I don't. So I don't know, somebody I'm like talking to right now, you're dealing with something like that. Either you the motherfucker who got way too much time on your hands and you don't understand that other people have a life that does not surround you, or you're being, you know, penalized or talked about because, you know, oh, this person's too good to call me. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm just busy. Like, I have shit to do with my day. And I don't have time to sit on the fucking phone and talk about sweet nothings for 45 minutes with you when I can be doing something productive in that 45 minutes, you know? So whatever, whoever that's for, let's get into the tarot. What does the tarot have to say about family and friends right now? I don't know what the fuck. People need to get over themselves, you know, like, it's not personal. You're not an emperor. You're not, calm down. Like, you know, I don't know who needs to hear that, but somebody do. Exactly. The moon and the hermit, right? Somebody feels alone, outcasted, even maybe, somebody could be intentionally taking this time to themselves. And like I said, very much obliged. Like, you deserve to, you know, have a minute to yourself. Look at this, the beef. Mind you, these just fell out. It's too many, but I'm gonna put it back. But it's like, you're not wanting to deal with arguing with people over petty, again, family dynamics, and that's very on brand. A lot of times the fights are so petty and catty, and it's not even nothing really to be beefing about, but everybody takes everything so personally, and it's like, get over yourself, because this has nothing to do with you. Stop making it about you. Like, for real, it's not that serious. Okay. Yeah. Look, Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. This is nothing that y'all have to like cut people off for, or, you know, I feel like the more understanding someone becomes, maybe you have to have this conversation, right? Because this is an offer, Knight of Cups, right? It's a sweet offer. It's an endearing offer. It's a like, listen, maybe okay, yeah, we've been a little rough around the edges. I know I took some time off to myself, but it wasn't personal, you know, like, let's hang out, let's this. And I think that it's received really well on the other end, you know, like, a lot of you, this could be with like a parent, right? Because it's Knight of Cups, King of Cups. So it can be, obviously, this can be with an elder in your family, right? Or you can be the elder and you're feeling this way about someone, one of the young adults in your family. But it's not personal. It's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's not that whatever. But it's like, I got stuff going on, right? Yeah, look, the Tower and the Sun. After whatever beef y'all think or whatever you feel about somebody, it's okay. It's not that deep. I think that a small conversation will rectify the entire situation, because again, people get caught up in their own lives. People get selfish, for a lack of better words, with a lot of things. Even the person who is working hard, maybe you do, because sometimes I feel it. I'm like, damn, I haven't spoken to my family. I haven't chilled with this person and a couple in a while. And so it's like, I should reach out to this person, and that's okay. But I have to do that when I have time and energy for that. I can't just force myself into the situation. But when I come humbly, and I come with humility, right? Like, listen, hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been mixed up. I've been caught up. I've been whatever. I can't even remember the simplest things this past weekend. Maybe some of you are experiencing that now as well. Like, I can't even remember the small details of things because I'm so swamped with real shit. Okay, like I really have big shit to take care of. And so I'm missing out on little things. And then I'm like, oh shit, I fucking forgot to, like the other day, I was supposed to make potato salad for my sister and her husband, because they were having people over, and it was like, hey, we want your potato salad. And I said, okay, great. Literally went out shopping. I went to several supermarkets, back and forth, had to get shit from my house, came home, cooked for my family, fell asleep. I passed the fuck out, passed out. I woke up like, it was like 6:50, y'all, in the evening. I was like, I was supposed to make potato salad. And I completely forgot. Can you give me a second? I completely forgot that I was supposed to make potato salad. Give me 1 second. Good choice. Yeah, okay. You can go get a Capri Sun. Enjoy. Here. Thanks. All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry. Duty calls. Okay. What is your advice? What is your advice with this family situation, with this family dynamic? What is your advice? I think that it works out well for you guys. Honestly, it's nothing that a conversation cannot fix. But again, please have the conversation when you are prepared to have the conversation. Do not force yourself into a space, because I do feel like some of you have kind of been isolated, or there's a family member that feels isolated. And again, it's nothing that a endearing reach out conversation can't fix. Okay. Yeah. 10 of Cups. I'm trying to tell you. All right, your advice is to, have the tough conversation. Have the tough conversation. 10 of Swords, 4 of Swords on the bottom. It will heal the connection. It will help you understand. I think that somebody really just doesn't understand what is expected of you on a daily basis, in terms of your energy, your time, your dedication. I don't think that they get how much more filling your day is than they've imagined in their mind, or even, more than theirs. Again, somebody here has so much leisure that they don't realize what it takes for another person, to wake up and get through the day. So, all right. That was cute. Moving forward, we're going to get into the romantic connections now, right? Did I say that? Yes, romantic connections, collective, for the collective. On to romantic connections for the collective now. What's going on with that? Thank you, Spirit. What's going on with that? I'm so thirsty. Not that coffee is really going to kill my thirst, but y'all know I'm a coffee girl, so I don't care. Coffee is a natural diuretic, actually, so it literally will make you more thirsty. But who cares, right? That's one of my vices, is coffee. It is what it is. Okay. I don't even like this lip gloss, but it was the only one I saw like right away. So it was the one I put in my pocket. I was supposed to put it on before I even started the video, but it goes to show you again, I don't care. I don't got time for that. I got time for worry about the small details. Ooh. What's going on in love? Oh my God. Something you've been wanting is definitely coming in. It could come in disguise with something that leaves. Okay, if something leaves, something enters. That could be the disguise. Yeah, because 2 of Wands is here. I do feel like for some of you, as you attempt to walk away from somebody, they're drawn in. Isn't that always the story? But they're drawn in like for real. Like it's for real now. I think that somebody is actively trying to get your respect, get your attention, but like not just your attention. This is like somebody is actively trying to become a better version of themselves for you. And I think this took time. This is like an epiphany now that this person has, because I feel like at one point they probably didn't fight hard for this, or they didn't care about the situation, but it's like now it's coming. The only thing is that I think, again, it's as you're there goes the Lovers. Again, as you're stepping out of the situation, stepping out of whatever this was, it's now that this person comes in full force. I mean, and you waited for it for a long time, okay? The Magician and the Ace of Cups. You've waited for it. You manifested it. I'm getting a set it and forget it, which is good. That's great. That's how prayer and manifestation should work, okay? It's like you should say it and just like get it off your mind. Don't think about it, because then when you're not thinking about it, that's exactly when it comes in, and that's exactly what I see here. Now, it could be where it becomes a novella is that you could be very much, expectation. You see, expectation now fell out, and then, but you have the community card. You could be now, the novella part is that you've sort of moved on. Like I said, you set it and forget it. It was like you manifested this person into your life, or this type of life for you. Maybe you didn't do it to a specific person, right? Because not everybody is casting fucking love spells on people. But just energetically, prayer-wise, just, manifesting the life that you want for yourself, the type of relationship that you want to be in, because this is a love spread. So it's like, this is what I want from a partner. This is how I want it. This is what I need. This is what I'm not willing to tolerate. This is exactly what I'll love. This is what I'm willing to compromise. You did this. You sat down and did this work, to become this better version of yourself. And you've displayed that, right? Because we have to mirror what it is that we want back from the universe. We have to move in a way that says we already have this. We already deserve this. This is the type of person I am. And so this is the type of person I'm going to receive. And you did that and went about your day, went about your business. You've probably even been dating, right? Is what I'm seeing here. But you've been dating, very with a very open minds, very, no expectations, no things like that. And then in waltzes the person that, probably inspired the manifestation in the first place, right? Because that's what happens with people. Can you stop beating on my dog? Thank you. Pharaoh's a good boy. I said Pharaoh. Okay. Goodbye, Aura. So my son be fucking them dogs up, and they just be like taking it. But let him try that with Jinx, okay? That's why Jinx just stay away, because he be like, don't play with me, little boy. Anyway, moving forward. People inspire our prayers and manifestations, whether they realize that or not, whether you realize that or not, right? When we go through something really good, we are thanking God. We're grateful. We're like, oh my God, yes, I want more of this, more of this, more of this. And it inspires you to ask for more, or say, damn, how could I even make this better? And when we go through something terrible, especially, we also at that time manifest and pray for better things. And so your experiences inspire how you ask the universe for things that you want for yourself, right? And that's what happened with a connection that you had with somebody. It inspired you to realize what it is that you do want from something, what it is that you are searching for, right? And what will complement you in the best way in terms of companionship. And now that's what's happening, but it's like, not only are you attracting these people to you, somebody from your past is watching you develop, like blossom into this flower. Okay. They're watching you bloom. Bloom is the word that Spirit is using. And now they want to learn how to care for it. Right. It's like I'm getting like somebody has a garden. Maybe you have a garden, or like you have land around you and you didn't realize that it was a garden before, or that like life used to live in this garden before. And maybe you were just tending, like you just, let me mow the lawn, or let me lay down some nice fertilizer because I want my grass to look good, and whatever. And maybe you'll see this in the spring, because I'm getting it, like the rain and the storms came through and everything. And it's like, oh man, it was a good thing that I cut all that grass and like got everything, because that would have been a mess to try to clean up later, right? Or when the snow and everything falls. And then it's like when all of this shit clears, you see like flowers starting to grow and bud off, and like all these exotic, they're showing me like exotic, beautiful, random ass plants and flowers. And you're like, the fuck? I didn't even know I had this. It's something like that somebody is realizing right now, whether it's you or this past person, but I do feel like it's the past person. They're realizing like they didn't understand. And I know that term is like the least, right? That you don't realize what you got until it's gone. That's like the layman's terms for it. But I feel like this is so much deeper than that. Like somebody is really like, I didn't know that you were, I don't know the names of exotic flowers, but something like that, like maybe they knew, because people, right? You grow as people water you. And now I'm hearing that other saying that I love to death, which is, when you like a flower, you pick it. When you love a flower, you water it. And that's what's happening. Someone is realizing that this beautiful, fertile land was around them all this time, but they didn't notice until they took a little bit of care, or until the land took a little bit of care. Because I feel like that's somebody's watching you bloom. Like the earth got healthy enough to like, now you're sprouting, and people are like, ooh, look at that. And so rather than tearing it down now or mowing lawns, now this person wants to tend to that garden, and they want to make it better and more beautiful and more, whatever. Okay. What is going on? What should you do? Okay, let's do that. Collective, what should you do? Because I do feel like somebody from the past is watching you. First of all, is this person going to take action? Let's say that first. Absolutely. The Fool and the Knight of Cups. Don't get better than that. Could be Aries, work, right? Also, Gemini is very strong here, because the Lovers and the Magician are both Gemini energy, very strong. Gemini, Aries, okay? Lots of water with the cups. So, is this person going to take action? Oh, yes, they are. Oh, yes, they are. Because now they see what is given. And this is what I'm saying. You could have been the person who just, let me just move and, get my life going, track the things that I want to track, go on that adventure that I know I'm going to collect the things that I need along the way. I don't know why collect was the word that Spirit used, but it'd be like that, right? Because you think of those adventure games, right? I always use Zelda as an example, just because that was my favorite game as a kid, for 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time. But all those adventure games, right? God of War is another one, really good. Maybe I'm just too much of an Aries to use God of War. But anyway, but those games where you're like on an adventure, on a journey, you're learning things along the way. You're picking up, you're getting new weapons, you're getting new power, you're getting new strength, new endurance, there's stamina. All of that shit grows, right? You see it growing on the meter. You get stronger, you get more lit, you got more magic. And that's really what you've done. And now it's like, it's so visible, like it's not one of those things that's hidden anymore. Because I feel like for a lot of you, your true essence was hindered for a long time. People didn't really see, how beautiful you were, how talented you were, how smart you were, how handsome you are, how good you are with fixing things, or how, whatever. People couldn't see it before. Now it's like everyone can see this clear as day. You're glowing. Like there's a light, like a fucking bright golden light just radiating off of you everywhere you go. And it's hard to miss. You know what I mean? It's very hard to miss. So yes, this person will come and take action. And then what should you do? What should you do? Okay, or what is the likely outcome of this? Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, y'all saying a lot. Now, it's going to be different for everybody, so please only take what resonates. But what should you do, or what is your likely... I think you have a tough decision to make. Now, 10 of Pentacles is on the bottom. So, but this is what came out. Strength, Page of Pentacles, strong Leo energy. I think that it's okay to accept this offer, or, you know, the olive branch, however, because this person's going to make an offer regardless. I think that you may be a little hesitant because you've done so much to come this way on your journey. And maybe you only remember the least about this person, you know, like, and when I say the least, I don't mean like you remember a little bit of things. I'm saying you remember that they were not enough, right? That they were not what you were looking for. They were not to your standard. Okay. But I feel like if you can assess the situation and use your discernment in the right way, it may be okay to take things slow. Start small. Let's go get a cup of coffee. Let's, you know, we can hang out. We can talk on the phone. We can something like that, and see where it goes, because 10 of Pentacles is on the bottom. And so I do feel that this person not only sees that you've become a flower worth watering and keeping in their garden, but they want to keep you there forever, and they want to grow with you, if that makes sense. Okay. So what is your advice? I'll still get advice for you, even though that was what you should do. Let go of the things that hurt you. Yeah. 5 of Cups, Temperance. If you still feel triggered when this person comes around, because I feel like for a lot of you, it's that past person. But look, 8 of Wands, Page of Wands. This is happening fast, people. If you still feel triggered by it, then wait, right? If you don't feel triggered by it and you're healed, wait. Still take it slow. Not wait, but in moderation. Use your discernments, okay? Because I do feel like this person has good intentions, but again, perhaps where you left them at, you don't have the best memories. You know, it was hurtful with 5 of Cups. It was not an easy situation. There was a lot of disappointment. There was a lot of letdown. There was a lot of regret. And it's what, again, inspired you to manifest more and do better for yourself. And you've come a long way. And so I know people will preach to you, never look back at the past. And yes, 9 times out of 10, that is the situation. But maybe you're the 1 in 10. You don't know. But you have the knowledge, right? You definitely have the stamina, the endurance, that stuff that I spoke about in those games, right? With strength and temperance. This energy to me, strength and temperance, is very well balanced. But not just in a physical way, but in a spiritual way. Like you know, you're very wise. This is wise energy to me. It's low-key giving sage energy. Like, you know, something about you has really leveled up as an individual. Some of you are in the 2nd house of your life, approaching the 3rd. So you could be in like your 40s, you know. I want to say, like, I'm getting that age range, like late 30s, early 40s or so. And so you've been in your 2nd house of life for a while, and then you have like another 10 years or so before you reach your 3rd house. And so this is very mature energy on your behalf. And so I think that you'll make the right decision for yourself, whatever that is, okay? All right. Let's move on to the life. What have they got to say for anything that wasn't already explained? Spirit, in the family and friends and love portions. They're telling me to start with oracles, okay? Being called to start with oracle, no problem. For the life spread, okay. The life portion for the collective. What do you have to say, Spirit? What can you tell me for these people? Distant horizons. What else? What is on the distant horizon? Or what? Or if you've come again that long way, I don't know. We'll see. What else with distant horizon, Spirit? That's too many. Too many. Clear channels, Spirit. Sorry. Who's that? Clear channels. Clear channels, Spirit. Thank you. Yep, there it goes. High honor. Again, you see, distance horizons and high honor. That goes with the last piece that I said in the love portion. A lot of you are about to reach your 3rd house of life. You've been in your 2nd house of life. I'm speaking to people in their 2nd house of life. So You're anywhere between 28 and 55 years old right now. That's the target audience that Spirit is speaking to at this moment, okay? You're in your second house of life, a lot of you. This is a level up, but it's a level up that's being recognized by the divine, okay? And it be like that. I'm telling you, it really be like that. Like, you come into that space in your life where you realize, like, it's beyond I'm grown, like, because we get to a level where we like, I'm grown, but it's more than that. That's what I said. It's given sage, like, it's given, like, some of you're like a fucking whole elder for your family, and you don't even realize that yet, because you're not old enough, but you are really going to be the elder in your family. Like, I know that for mine. Like, I know I'm going to be the ancestor, like, that 3 generations from now, like, my son's grandkids, they're going to be legit talking to me on an altar like, grandma, please help me, grandma, I need this, and that's what it's given for y'all. Like, y'all are going to become some really important fucking people to your bloodlines, whether in this life or when you pass it, regardless. And you don't even realize it yet, because, you're still moving and shaking through this realm. So what do you have to say in the life spread for this collective spirit? Sorry, I can't even talk, y'all. Too much going on. 6 of Cups. You see what I'm saying? This is like, you guys are really important to people, okay? Whether you realize it or not, you give so much love to the people around you, especially to the children, to your community. A lot of you give back to your community in ways, some of you, yes, in active ways that this, like, you're physically doing, public service work. You can be a public speaker, you can be a coach, a mentor, or something like that. You can be, doing, like, my little group, my friends, my brothers and stuff, they do a lot of give back. They do a lot of community work and community service and things like that. But some of you can be contributing in ways that you don't even realize. You can be the person that is just like giving sound advice. You're the person that everybody comes to in your family, like, for advice, for comfort, for whatever. Like, when they need a safe haven, people come to you. You're like that beacon. You're a beacon of light in a storm. It's like, damn. And I remember I had a dream one time, and I shared it with my good friend Evelyn La Divina. Y'all, some of y'all know who she is. She's also a spiritual practitioner, and she does candle work and all that shit. So matter of fact, I'm gonna probably tag her in the bottom of this, so that if you need work done, you can reach out to her. I hope I remember to do that. I'm gonna remember. But I shared a dream with her that I had one time about this house, right? There was this house, but there was like a bad hurricane storm. Like, the streets were flooded, shit was rolling by, like cars, pieces of house, dogs, random trees were falling over. Everything was just flooding and chaos around this house. But this house, it did not move. It was like the only house standing in the middle of all this fucking wreckage. And, the light was on. Like, it was like a house with it had a chimney, but there was like a little tower part of the house, and the light was on. And at first, when I was looking at this house, I was looking at it from the outside. And then all of a sudden, I was standing in the house. I was in the little light part, and I was looking out at this wreckage. And she explained to me, and I was like, I understood it, but it was confirmation when I spoke to her. She's like, you're the beacon, Sam. Like, it's because everything is falling apart around you, and look at you. You're that place of refuge with that light to show people, look, if you can make it here, if you can swim, get on a plank, something, you can come into this house, because look, we good in here. Everything, the power's still on. My bricks are not falling. My windows are not collapsing. So, you're that. Whoever I'm talking to, that's what you are. Okay, you are that. You're becoming that in your life for other people. So, okay, what is your advice here? What is your advice? Yeah, look at this. You have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? Continue to walk in your grace and your independence, because this is not only is she, excuse me, it's the 9 of Cups. Excuse me. I thought 9 of Pentacles. So to say that, that's all that as well. But, and then you have the 10 of Cups on the bottom. Continue to do what works for you. Okay, I want to say, I'm getting the same message with this card. Continue to do what works for you. Continue to do what is serving your highest good. all right? And you will attract all else. I do believe that people really, they look to you for, some people feel lost without you, okay? Like very lost. Like people that don't have access to you, people that can't get close to you, they feel extremely lost without you. And maybe for a while, 10 of Pentacles on the bottom as I'm saying that. And maybe you had to walk through this, right? You had to go through this energy feeling left out, feeling like you were searching, you know, like Eight of Cups, people don't say it enough, it's a soul searching card. I'm like, I need to find what is happening for me. And mind you, the Nine of Cups is what fell for you. So to clarify what this is crazy, you went through this period of like being rejected, being like not chosen by people, feeling left out, feeling like you don't belong. I think a lot of you for a long time, especially with that 9, because 9s are solitude. You felt alone. You felt like, I don't even belong here. And you don't. You don't, because you're a fucking sage. Like I'm saying, like you're not even a human being for real. And you went through all these trials and tribulations and went through all this tough, lonely ass energy. And now look, now you have become the source. You have become what people need, what they want, what they aspire to be, like regardless. And I'm talking about regardless, like, because as much, you know, the more love you get, the more haters start to pop up like little fucking measles, you know, like just fucking up the aesthetic. But even those people are inspired by you. Even the people who pretend they don't like you, or, oh, they need a reason to like, oh, I'm even hearing it like, yo, if I didn't have to hate this bitch, I would really love her. And that's so sick, but it'd be like that. And I know there's people that feel like that about me, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in the world. I'm not special. Everybody has that going on to some degree. Like, damn, if I didn't fucking, you know, if I didn't want to be with this bitch's man, or, you know, some crazy shit like that. Like, if I didn't fight this bitch 2 years ago, and it wasn't weird like that, like, I would really love sis. And it's because, excuse me, because I'm still sick. It's because she really loves sis. Like, you're really that. You're that person. You're that man. You're that woman. You're that entity that people can't help but look up to, you know, whether they fucking hate it or not. They got to respect your shit. They admire it. It's admirable. Okay. What, let's get a starseed message for you guys. And then I'm getting the hell out of here because this was cute though. Let me get a star seed message, right? Some of you, your health is improving after a really tough time too with that energy. Thank you, Spirit. 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 8 of Cups. A lot of you could have thought that, you know, this is the end with some sort of disease you contracted, or, you know, some sort of illness. Maybe some of you went through a physical change in your body. You lost a limb, or you had to get like some sort of major surgery, and you thought, oh, I'm not going to make it through this, but you did. There you go. You came out nice and beautiful, nice and look at me. Look at me now on the other end. So that's great fucking news. You guys are doing really good. I know sometimes it doesn't feel that way, but all of you, like whoever I'm speaking to in this collective, you are really, and that makes sense because I feel like readers, we attract the people that are like us. You know, we attract people who are our tribe. We attract people that have to learn from us, right? That's our job. That's our, you know, as seers, as mediums, as tarot readers, as whatever you like to consider yourself, a priestess, a priest, whatever. I don't give a shit. You know, I don't care what your religion is. If you're here, it's because you're supposed to be here, learning, confirming, understanding, whatever, being inspired, however it goes. And yes, jump in, okay? Jump in is your motherfucking message. It says, Adramendant energy, adventure, and say yes to change. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful energy. I am open for personals. Thank you for being here. Love, light, and abundance.